Hi, everyone. I know this is a little different today. It always feels like I'm looking off into the corner because of the orientation of the phone when I'm recording. So I want it to just be fully present and try something new. And so if you stream this through a TV or a larger screen, you'll have that narrow window. So tomorrow I'll go back to the other way. And this way you also get to see a little bit of the table in my pretty mug. Okay, so happy Wednesday. Welcome to your Wednesday reading. I did a couple of things differently, and it feels like there's a big shift, a big shift that happened. And so when I asked for the vibe, I very clearly heard still waters. And I'm trying to over enunciate because I slur my words all together all the time, like most of us do in this area. But still calm waters. Okay. And today I got my iridescent mug that always reminds me of the ocean, whether or the Gulf or whatever it is. But I and I've been on the Pacific side, of the waters. But I just for some reason I love that Atlantic coastline. So this reminds me of that coastline and those waters. Now, calm, still waters. The image that I got, hold on. That's really good. I don't want to let it get cold this time. So the image that I got was one of almost like a small body of water, though, or it could even be a bowl of water, something that is free from any ripples, any currents, waves, nothing crashing up to a shore. There's not even a little jiggle in the bowl. It's like very calm, very still waters. And I asked Spirit, what's going on? And it was just sort of this overwhelming sense of, shh, just wait and watch, be quiet and listen. I listen to Spirit, but I'm not good about listening anywhere else. Just that's my truth. That's what it is. Um, which I find really funny, obviously. And I try to work on it. I really do. I really do try to work on it. But I do listen to Spirit. And so if they're telling me and they're saying that's part of the vibe for the collective, to just sit back, breathe, be calm, calm yourself, and listen and pay attention. Okay. So, blah, 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 now I'm stuttering. We're going to see how that all plays out. Okay. So, to start with, I wanted to get a vibe or cards that would help us to understand this a little bit more. So, I'm using the Adam Barrelay, I don't know where I'm going, Crystal Connections message cards. He has a YouTube channel, just phenomenal. And he has so much information on this stuff. But always, trust your own instincts. You gravitate toward stones work with you. Okay. Now, this came out as a separate group, and I thought it was interesting that it came out at the end as a separate group. And we've got onyx, tiger's eye, and these are all his stones that he took pictures of, which I think is also very cool. And then you've got smoky quartz. Now, this is a natural smoky quartz. I'm sorry, I know my essential trimmer's kicking up a little. This is also a smoky quartz, but you see how dark it is? I'm pretty sure that's because it's been heat treated. So anytime you get a citrine or smoky or something like that that's labeled that way and it's super, or even an amethyst that's super dark, usually it's been heat treated. And most commercial gemstones have been heat treated, in my experience. But, and that's okay. It's still natural out of the ground. Okay. In my mind, it's okay. There are some that are not heat treated, and those are really magnificent. And in my mind, even more special. Maybe they shouldn't be. It's like picking a kid, I guess. Anyway, but these are all protective stones. All three of these have, voice just went up a little bit. So all three of those have a sense of, and it's interesting that's three, like one behind and one around, or on either side to wrap around you in a protective way. So I think the underlying message that I'm getting from that and I'm hearing is that it's okay to be calm, be still, pay attention, watch and learn and listen, because you are divinely protected and guided by your spirit team. Now, the ones that came out, and they were just flipping and doing somersaults in the air. So the first one is, some people shorten it and just call it lapis, or lapis lazuli, and I've even heard lapis lazuli, so I guess it just depends on what part of the world you're in. This stone is a blue with sort of that gold matrix. Okay, and I'm not going to do that for each one of these because a lot of cards came out, but or where they come from or any of that. But and there's a huge amount of information on the back that Adam Barrelay did offer to the reader. I'm just using it based on how it's coming through to me, because that's what we have time for. And when I looked at them, it all started to kind of make sense too. All right, so lapis is a very spiritually attuned stone to help you connect with your higher self, your sacred self, and the all that is. It's good for when you are doing psychic work too, but yet it's very grounding because it's an opaque stone. And then we have serpentine. Serpentine is the base of a lot of different stones. There was even something that was trademarked, a certain name. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. And they touted all these healing properties with it. It was trademarked a certain name. It was serpentine. So if you have Connemara marble, which is found only in Connemara, I guess it's Connemara, but it's only mined in Ireland with that name because of the location. One of the biggest components of it, serpentine. That's what makes it green. Serpentine is an ancient stone that grounds you to the earth, grounds you to healing. So this is a time for you to be quiet, pull within, heal what you need to heal on whatever level you need to heal it. Physically, emotionally, mentally, your spiritual connection to shore that up. Okay. I almost said crazy lace. Blue lace agate. Okay. So blue lace agate is very often, and this is from my estimation and what I believe, some of the things I've read over the years, blue lace agate is one of, it reminds me of those calm waters, those still waters. And it feels very nurturing and healing, and it brings a lot of joy with it. That's how I feel about it. Now, malachite is a gorgeous stone, no treatment. There's a lot of fake malachite because it's easy to fake. And the people on the market who are faking it are doing an incredibly good job. So you really want to use a reputable vendor when you buy malachite now. But this stone is incredible. Now, I've had a love-hate relationship over the years with it, because when I was younger and I wore malachite, it brought to the surface every bit of anger I ever had about anything. And I just realized I can't wear it. And so after a couple of decades, I started gravitating back toward it after I had worked through and done some emotional healing. And not that we all get there 100%. Lord knows I've always got healing and work to do on myself. But I have found that instead, it now gives me a calm resolve to tackle issues that are problematic with calm and resolve. So a peaceful mindset with strength to back it up. So malachite is a pretty cool stone. And I just love the colors and the striations and swirls in it. Okay, petrified wood. Wisdom keeper, a cast of a tree that was probably millions of years old, and long gone. Petrified wood connects us to the ancestors and the ancients, as far as I'm concerned. And then we have amber, calling in that sun energy, calling in that light, radiating that brilliance. So this is going to be a day of, one, don't worry about it because you're divinely guided and protected. Two, now if you're in physical jeopardy or if you're in an abusive relationship, please call the authorities and get help. That's a whole different world of hurt, okay? But you are divinely guided and protected on this inward journey that you're making. Be calm, be still. You're not in a rush or a race to finish. Call in that sun energy, that light energy. Find the joy in things. Find your own calm, center, and resolve, and find ways to solve problems with a directed, purposeful focus. And it's almost like we're pulling the emotions out. We're getting rid of those chaotic, choppy waters for just a day at least, and a little bit maybe into Thursday. But we are going to very calmly and with fortitude, okay? We are going to step into our sacred self and do what needs to be done once and for all. And that's what I'm getting. It feels like a finite solution to a problem that's been dragging on for a long time. So that feels pretty good. I need just a minute. And yes, I have been drinking a lot of water in between too. Now, usually I was going to use the Unfolding Path Tarot, but because I haven't used it in a while, but instead, my hand just immediately went for the Weissbull Wild Reflections Tarot, and this is a very cool deck. They have a lot of kind of mixed imagery in it and mixed messages from multiple traditions, but you know, it's that's okay. It's cool. It's pretty, and you kind of never know what you're going to get. So let's see. Spirit guides and guardians, Mother and Father God, all that is, our sacred selves, the angelic realm, protectorate, beloved elementals come into this space, create this sacred space so that only the work that comes in the light of Mother and Father God may come through this. The connection to God is so intense. Mother, Father, God, all that is, creator of all things, whatever you want to say. And I am just feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude and love for the creator of all things. Okay. Just needed to say that, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's see what the messages are for the collective for Wednesday. What are the messages for, what are the dominant messages for the collective? This is a general reading. It cannot apply to everyone. So let's see what we've got for the general reading for the collective. All right, this one, I'm hearing Spirit say take that. Yes, I'm getting a big, I don't know what it is, but I'm hearing, yeah, great big yes on that one. And there's one more because I can see it right here. They want me to put it to the side and look at that last. Okay, and it may be a separate issue altogether. I feel like that has to, I don't know what this is, but it has to do with a child. It might even be a baby, or if someone is expecting a baby. All right, we got to look at this. What is it? Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, my word. Spirit, you're going to have to help me out. It's the Nine of Swords. Okay. This might be a hard message. This is separate from the cards that jumped out just a second ago. If someone has had a loss, and I do feel like it's a familial loss, I do think it's someone in the family. It could be a very, very young child, like even a baby. It might even have been a miscarriage. I'm going to put a trigger warning on this. You can speed right on through this. This is just a one card read, okay? And then we'll get to whatever these are for the collective. But someone is grieving. I'm going to tell you what someone told me one time when I was very young. And normally I wouldn't even bring this kind of message across because I didn't know what to do with it or how to handle it. And There was a reader who absolutely brilliant. And I think she's for the most part retired. You can find her online and just send a couple of questions and she'll answer them that way. Her name is, I guess it's okay. I mean, she's got a website, Mary Lou Coy, Coy. And just also a wonderful human being. And when I didn't have any belief in myself, you know, she was always very helpful. And I don't think she even realized that was the impact. She told me one time, we were just chatting about whatever. I'd go in for a reading and then we'd sit and talk. But she told me one time that the spirits of children, when they come in, even if they know they are not going to fully go through gestation and exit, the experience was for the people in the living to have. That child was never really lost because, and I know I got to tread lightly here, the soul had not attached yet. Now, I do believe and have always believed that the soul does not come in until the moment of birth or right before. There's the form, and it stays really close, but it's right here. Okay? And there is a connection, but it doesn't completely go into the form of that child to be born until very late stages. And I have memories of being in utero, and I went in too early, and it kind of screwed with my head. I got to be honest with you. And that's a whole different story for a whole nother day. So I accept that, and I also believe that on my own. But if you've had a loss, if you've had, by whatever means, that soul, you have to remember, is not a baby. That soul is the soul of a person or a spirit on the other side who's lived many, many times. And they wanted to help the living to understand a certain lesson about whatever it could be. It's gonna vary for different people. I don't want to speculate on that. But allow yourself time to grieve, because you're grieving the what if. You're grieving an entire change in a way of life. Allow yourself that. I don't feel like this is an older person. I don't feel like this is someone who was born, living, and grew up. I don't feel like this is an older person. I don't feel like this is a parent, uncle, aunt, niece, nephew, child who's established as an adult. I don't believe any of that. This feels like a pregnancy that did not go through full gestation. Allow yourself time to grieve in whatever way and however long that takes. Ask for help. You are not alone. You are definitely not alone. Okay? I know that's hard. I know that is so, so awfully hard. You know, and so let's all, anyone in that situation, hold them. Let's hold them in light, hold them in love, and hold them in prayer. For strength, for peace, for healing, and for wellness. Thank you. Okay. Now, now, these three cards that are not related to that, or maybe it could be, maybe this is where you end up, but I feel like this is an unrelated, storyline or reading compared to that one. And now I know why they want me to put that card on the side. This one is very positive and uplifting. You have the star. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, Did you notice something about all three of these cards? They are all working with circles. They are all working with, and it came out 1, 2, 3, but they're all working with something. So something is about ready to manifest. Something is about ready to manifest. You are going to get what you want and need. You're creating it. This word came up the other day, a co-creation between you and spirit, whatever, however you mean that whatever that means for you. And then the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favor, and it is card 10 of Major Arcana. Full circle. I'm going to leave that there because I'm not going to speculate on what it is. I just know it's good. I know this is kind of a weird format for the video, so I'm going to keep this one short. And that was really heavy. Let's do just one because I feel like it's a good idea. Inner Child Oracle, and let's quickly see if there's a message for the collective. Calm, still waters. And you know, I didn't have that word plaque up there. But when I changed the format, I thought, huh. And I pulled it out of I had it in the closet, and I thought, we need this. We need happiness and we need joy. Today, I want you to focus on doing what makes you happy and what brings you joy. That is where the greatest healing happens. Right off the top. Disappointment is not the end. Okay? So I think that was for the person with the 9 of Swords. Disappointment and grief is not the end. It is not the end. Okay? Opened up to the middle. Let love guide you. Okay. There may be people in your life who don't understand how much this has impacted you or will impact you. And I believe what that does, it shows you a little bit about them. It gives you the information you need about the people around you and potentially what circles you may need to move out of. If they cannot understand your grief, that's their problem, not yours. Okay? All right. I didn't expect the heaviness of this, at least for whomever the rest of, or that person later on, I don't know, but the 3 cards with the Star, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. That's an outstanding group of cards. Okay? So, positive, joyful news is on the way. Oh, all right. Yes, happy news is on the way. You are a blessing and a gift. Don't forget that. You are an absolute blessing and an absolute gift. Thank you so much. And we will talk soon. I wish I could give everybody a big hug. All right. Bye.